The experience happened between the time I first fell unconscious shortly after the overdose and 3 weeks later when I woke up in the hospital. I first remember being in the sky looking down through a hole in the clouds. I could see water, which I believed to be the Japan Sea. I could also see a plane floating which I believe had crash-landed on the water. All of a sudden I was warped down to what I thought was the inside of the cabin of the plane. I was sitting in a row of seats. Inside the cabin, it was very bright. It was so bright I could not see the cabin walls nor could I make out specific details. What I did see was mostly shadows and forms. I knew I was sitting in a seat amongst rows of them. I felt a sudden impact and was propelled out of the seat and into an aisle. I landed on my back. I felt confused and disoriented, feelings similar to having been concussed. My head was swirling. The seats melted away into the light. Everything was just light. I looked to my right and in the distance, I could see a ball of brighter light. Almost an opening, as if the light I was immersed in was emanating from this spot. In my mind, I thought this was the way out of the plane and I needed to get up and head toward the opening. Every time I tried to get up, I was knocked back down as if a force was holding me back. I tried several times but always with the same results. Ahead of me, I saw the forms of 4 people approaching me. I couldn't make them out, but I knew they were walking towards me. At first, I thought they were the stewards and stewardesses from the plane. Then I heard them say repeatedly to me, "Eric, we love you so much. Wake up now. Wake up because we love you, wake up." As they approached me and surrounded me, I saw them more closely. They had big and beautiful lidless eyes that were so full of love and compassion and eternity. Their faces quickly swirled around me and I saw them each and knew them. Even though in my mind I can still picture them clearly, I do not have the words to describe them fully. They were the most beautiful beings I ever saw and I realized they weren't human, but angels. And not only angels, but they were archangels, and I knew each of their names as if I had known them my whole life. Michael, Raphael, Gabriel and Zadkiel. I was in complete awe as I looked up at them towering over me. I was still lying on my back. I wasn't scared. I felt comforted and happy. I no longer felt confused or disoriented and was able to sit up. At this point, I heard a 5th voice speak to me. A voice that was more powerful, even more loving and compassionate than the voices of the angels. He lifted me up in his arms and I was completely filled with his light and his love completely. It was the most incredible feeling I have ever experienced and I didn't want to leave. Even though I couldn't see him, I knew this was Jesus. He said to me, "This isn't your time, I still have plans for you. So wake up now, Eric, and know that I love you. I love you so much, so wake up now." He kept repeating these words until I did wake up. I was lying on a bed inside a hospital.